What if the oldest, most powerful form of therapy in human history didn't come from a psychologist's office, but from a temple, a church, a mosque, or a prayer mat? In our anxious, lonely, and uncertain world, millions are paying hundreds of dollars for therapy sessions. Yet for thousands of years, religion has quietly been healing broken hearts, calming anxious minds, and restoring hope, often for free. Today, I'm going to show you how religion can function as a profound form of therapy, one that science is finally starting to recognize. Psychologist Zara Abrams, in her article on the website of American Psychological Association website, says, religious or spiritual involvement improves mental health and can be useful for coping with trauma. By centering the patient and their existing beliefs, psychologists can help people leverage their religious and spiritual resources as a source of strength during challenging times. Today, I want to explore a provocative idea that might surprise some in our secular age. Religion can function as a powerful form of therapy. Not in the clinical sense of a licensed psychologist's couch, but as a time-tested system that addresses the deepest wounds of the human psyche: grief, anxiety, guilt, isolation, and the search for meaning. For billions across history and cultures, faith has been the original mental health toolkit. And modern science is increasingly showing why. Let's start with the obvious. Life hurts. We face loss, failure, betrayal, illness, and the nagging question, why me? Therapy, at its core, helps us reframe suffering, build resilience, find support, and rediscover purpose. Religion does exactly that, often before the first therapy session even begins. Think about it, when a crisis hits, where do most people turn first? Prayer. A sacred text. A congregation. A higher power. It's instinctive. American Psychological Association says religion and spirituality have a place in therapy which cannot be ignored. At the heart of this is what psychologist Kenneth Pargament calls religious coping. In his groundbreaking work, he describes religion as a search for significance in ways tied to the sacred. Positive religious coping reframes hardship not as random chaos, but as part of a larger narrative, perhaps a test, a lesson, or even a divine plan. This mirrors cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, one of the most evidence-based treatments we have. In CBT, you challenge distorted thoughts. I'm worthless becomes I have strengths. In faith, I'm abandoned becomes God is with me, this too shall pass. Prayer, in many traditions, functions like mindfulness meditation. You quiet the racing mind, focus on the present or the eternal, and let go of what you can't control. Studies show devout individuals who pray regularly report lower anxiety and better emotional regulation, much like patients in secular mindfulness programs. But religion's therapy goes deeper than solo practices. It offers community, a ready-made support group that meets weekly, knows your name, and shares your worldview. Loneliness is a silent killer of mental health. Faith communities combat it head-on. Research from the American Psychological Association highlights how religious or spiritual involvement provides social bonds that buffer against trauma and stress. In churches, mosques, temples, or gurdwaras, people find accountability partners, elders for wisdom, and rituals that mark life's transitions: birth, marriage, death, giving structure when everything feels chaotic. A 2-minute medicine. Calm article says religion and spirituality-based treatments are effective for mental health care. Consider forgiveness. Many religions center it as a commandment or path to liberation. Holding grudges fuels depression and resentment. Religious teachings offer a roadmap to release it, not by denying the hurt, but by handing it over to a higher authority or seeing the offender through compassionate eyes. This catharsis can be profoundly therapeutic. Similarly, guilt, a common therapy staple, is addressed through confession, atonement, or grace. In Christianity, it's the cross. In Buddhism, it's karma and the eightfold path toward ending suffering. In Hinduism, it's dharma and self-inquiry leading to moksha. These aren't just doctrines, they're practical tools for emotional housekeeping. Now, let's ground this in evidence. A wealth of research backs it up. Meta-analyses involving tens of thousands of participants show that higher religiosity correlates with lower rates of depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and suicide. People of faith often recover faster from illness and report greater life satisfaction. One large review found religious involvement acts as a buffer, especially for those in poor health. Another meta-analysis of randomized trials concluded that religion and spirituality-based treatments were moderately more effective than non-religious ones for improving symptoms and functioning. A Stanford report article says religious faith can lead to positive mental benefits. Why? Because religion tackles the existential layer that secular therapy sometimes skirts. Modern psychology excels at symptoms, managing panic attacks or reframing negative thoughts, but faith speaks to the why questions. Why does suffering exist? What is my ultimate worth? What comes after this? For many, belief in a benevolent higher power restores hope when evidence-based optimism feels hollow. As Stanford anthropologist Tanya Luhrmann has noted, deep faith engages the mind in ways akin to proven practices like CBT, fostering positive focus, resilience, and even better immune function by reducing chronic stress. This isn't theoretical. Therapists are increasingly integrating it. Spiritually integrated psychotherapy trains clinicians to honor a patient's existing beliefs rather than sideline them. If a client draws strength from scripture, a good therapist might explore how verses challenge maladaptive patterns or inspire behavioral change. In addiction recovery, programs like 12-step groups blend spiritual surrender with practical steps, acknowledging powerlessness before a higher power, then taking inventory and making amends. It's therapy wrapped in faith. According to a 9-year longitudinal study published on Science, direct balance demands honesty. Religion isn't a universal cure. Some forms of negative religious coping, feeling punished by God, spiritual abandonment, or rigid dogma, can worsen distress, increasing guilt or isolation. Certain groups, like LGBTQ+ individuals in unsupportive faiths, may experience harm rather than healing. And for severe mental illness like schizophrenia or clinical depression, faith alone is no substitute for medication or professional care. One long-term study even found religion's effects on mental health aren't always consistent or causal. Yet, for the majority who find resonance in it, religion offers what therapy aspires to: transformation. It doesn't just manage symptoms, it rebuilds identity. A person in crisis might enter a temple broken and emerge with renewed purpose, not because magic happened, but because faith provided the scaffold for psychological growth. In our fast-paced, doubt-filled world, where therapy waitlists grow and loneliness epidemics rage, religion remains an accessible, often free form of therapy practiced by billions. It doesn't require insurance or a diagnosis. It asks only belief, participation, and openness. So, the next time you see someone lighting a candle in a church, bowing in a mosque, or chanting in a temple, don't just see ritual. See therapy in action, ancient wisdom meeting modern pain. Religion, at its best, doesn't deny our brokenness. It meets us there and whispers, "You are not alone, this matters, and healing is possible." If you found this discussion on how religion can serve as a powerful form of therapy meaningful, I kindly invite you to join the conversation. Please leave a thoughtful comment below sharing your perspective, personal experiences, or questions. Your insights help enrich this community and allow us to explore these important topics more deeply. If this video resonated with you, I would greatly appreciate it if you could share it with friends, family, or anyone who might benefit from this perspective. And if you'd like to explore more content on faith, spirituality, mental well-being, and personal growth, please subscribe to the FaithCircle channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video. Your support through comments, shares, and subscriptions helps us reach more people and continue creating meaningful content. Thank you so much for watching. May peace and clarity be with you.